podcast.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Quiet down, come on. Hold on, Jared, we gotta give him a moment here. Give him a little bit of a moment. Alright. Wow, those fans are fucking wild, dude.
They love us.
They fucking love us. But it's episode 77 of Tell It Right. I'm Mike. This is Jared. Welcome to the world's biggest shit show where we have no fucking clue what we've been doing for 77 shows. Actually, it's a pretty good podcast. We're just underrated, and you sons of bitches need to share this. You know who the hell you are. With that said, y'all watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Y'all on your podcast platform of choice, hit that follow button. And then, so you can get all the latest episodes of Tell It Right podcast. On top of that, share the fuck out of this. Spread the word. We fucking love you. Stay classy, you cum gunting whores. Holy fuck, dude. Jared, did you hear about the cucumber recall?
No. I've not heard of this.
Yeah, there's a cucumber recall due to salmonella. Did you hear about this?
Okay. No.
They narrowed it down to there wasn't enough housewives using these cucumbers as dildos before feeding it to their family. Hence why this salmonella outbreak.
I mean, that's kind of a good thing.
it was my attempt to a joke there.
Yeah,
I hope it worked.
I get what you're,
I hope it worked. I hope everyone laughed. But what's going on, Jared? What is fucking new?
Nothing. Have you ever stained a deck?
I've stained, like fence, not a deck. But I painted a deck once.
Yeah,
Stained.
so like what's stain, right, is just like an oil that like soaks in, right? And painting is actually like the color, right?
Well, you can have different colors from stains. It depends, but yeah, staining usually it's a way of sealing the wood. It's more of like an oil base that gets in there. Where painting could be latex, but you could also be oil based too, but essentially you're putting a rubber coat over it with paint, whereas you're actually really seeping into the pores of the wood with stain. Yeah. Or sealant, whatever you want to call it.
So imagine like a dilapidated deck that has not been painted or sealed or stained in like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, pretty great out.
So that's what I was working with this weekend.
Oh yeah,
and like having to sand the shit out of it, and it was just not fun. Like,
sanding's not fun, dude.
And it's a big deck. Like, it's not small. And there's, like, levels and shit. And it's got that, like, little, like, trap door that goes underneath it so you can, like, store shit and stuff.
What kind of sander were you using? Like, a little orbital sander or a big belt sander?
Both. So we had a belt sander. We had, like, a little palm sander. Or, like, 2 little palm sanders. And then I had, like, one of those, like triangle sanders, so small, like multi-tool type things. So like just to get into like all the stuff because you had to do the railings.
That's a lot of work.
So basically, we just sanded all weekend. Like there was no staining or anything that we could do because there was no way that you could do that without sanding down the deck.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
and like it just took forever. Like. What needed was one of those like floor polisher looking sanders like that they use on like hardwood floors. But no. Oh, yeah. So it was a nightmare. Like
I can imagine.
Yeah. So that was terrible.
Getting on your fucking knees, scraping fucking wood. Like that's fucked up, dude.
Yeah. And like wood planks like sticking up and shit.
Yeah.
That was just a
nail biters
nightmare.
coming out.
You know what really pisses me off, though? You know what grinds my gears, Michael?
What's that?
You know when you're sitting at a stoplight and then
Yeah.
like the light turns green and the person in front of you doesn't go because they're probably like looking at their phone or not paying attention.
Probably masturbating too.
Or that
people that
too.
do that.
They could just be rubbing one out. Like at a light, you got to get one in, while you have time. Yeah, before you
You're not
get
gonna
home
stop.
to your
You're not
cucumber meal.
Yeah, right. You're not gonna stop if you're like ready to climax there. So, traffic's gotta wait. Yeah, traffic's gotta wait.
But anyway, so the people that like they'll be on their phone looking at it, and then like all of a sudden realize the light's been green for like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
and then like
it's a lot of time. Yeah,
not 10 seconds, but let's say like at least 5 to 7 seconds. There's a 3-second window that you get with me.
Yeah, no.
If I have to count to
absolutely.
3, I'm honking my horn. Anything beyond that, you're an asshole.
I think that's fair. I mean, count to 3. If you're not gone, it's fair game, dude.
Yeah, because that means you're just not paying attention. So anyways, but then these people will like realize that they've fucked up, and then they like floor it to like, for some reason in their head, it's like they're making up for themselves not going. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden they'll realize it, and then they like gut gas it like and fly up, and you're like, oh, well now you realize that you fucked up, so you're gonna try to make up for it by going faster. Which, that's not how it works. No, like everybody would have to go fast to make up all that time that you just wasted for us.
That's like the remote from that movie with Adam Sandler, dude.
Oh yeah,
it's like having one of those. Like, oh yeah, it just speed up and like time goes backwards.
Yeah, everybody else is still fucked. You're just speeding up.
Dude, that like reminds me like when I used to live in the city and I'd work in Indiana. And there was this guy I worked with. He had a company car or a company truck, and we'd get on. I would take 290, and then get on the Dan Ryan South, and then get onto the Skyway. All right, I would always see this guy when just right after 290. I forget, like right before Sox Park. We would always cross paths, right? And he'd be flooring it. He would pass me up, and I wouldn't see him. But then, like, you go on the Skyway, you get stopped by the toll, and then all of a sudden, I'd always meet up with them at Indianapolis Boulevard, dude. Every fucking time. And I'd be like, I tell him, like, dude, why the fuck are you speeding to work? I'm like, I make it there the same time as you do every day. And like, you're like not getting here any faster, than I am. I'm like, I'm literally meeting with you at the same time. I'm like, our distances, from the point we meet are probably the same for where he lives and where I live. Actually, I probably live farther, or I probably lived farther. Anyways, I try to tell him, and he's like, no, I get out of bed later, blah, 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 and I make it here on time. It's just like, I think it's useless. I think you're getting stopped more than you realize, like, and you're just like destroying company breaks. Whatever. That's what that reminded me of. Oh my god, people are fucking retarded, dude.
Do you know that the amount of time that a yellow light stays yellow at a light depends on the speed on which the road is on?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if it's like a 50-mile-an-hour road, I think it's like for every 10 miles an hour, it's like half a second or something.
Yeah, because, I mean, you got to be able to slow down anyways. So
yeah, so
that makes sense.
50, you get like 4 or 5 seconds or something. I don't know the exact timing, but it definitely depends on speed.
I wonder how many jagoffs, like, to try to get out of a fucking red light ticket, fucking sat there and counted it and, like, found a flaw. Like, oh, no, this one wasn't this long, like, and this is what the speed limit is. And, like, if this was correct, that wouldn't have happened.
Potentially. Or
Yeah,
it's
dude.
even worse. Like when you're sitting at a stoplight and like you're stuck there and like there's a lot of traffic, and then a fucking like ambulance or police car comes from the other direction and
Yeah.
resets your light,
Oh
and then you have to
yeah.
wait like 2 or 3 lights.
Cocksuckers. Yeah, dude,
It's the
that's the
worst.
worst. That is the worst. Um, no, you know what I hate when people go into the right turn lane or the left turn lane, and then they
Mhm.
cut everybody off and go straight. Like
Yeah,
I'm like that is the most fucking dangerous thing you could ever do. Like you're
I've
dumb
done
as
that
shit.
before, but it
I'm
was for
sure you
good
have.
reason. There's a so there's a 1 lane road or a 1 lane highway, if you want,
Yeah,
that I have to travel down all the time.
yeah,
And like people, the speed limit on it is like 50 or 55 in some spots. And people do like 10 under. And there's nowhere to go. And it's busy, always, coming the other way. So you can't
yeah,
pass anybody. So you're just stuck on this for like ever.
yeah,
So if that happens, I'll go into the left lane and then just pass everybody. Because I'm an asshole.
yeah.
But that's just bullshit. Like, I don't care. It's at times like that where I'm like, I have no time to wait for you to be a dick. You're holding up everybody. Like that's more inconsiderate than me going
Yeah.
around you.
Absolutely. Well, no, that's a good point. No, I'm glad you brought that up. So
So.
everybody, stop being fucking dickheads on the road. Learn how to fucking drive. God
Yeah,
damn it.
Jesus.
Fucking
Dickheads.
Christ, motherfuck. Shit. Well, one disaster to the next. So, what'd you think about Star Wars Acolyte?
Mm. uh, I'm indifferent, I guess.
I
I
got
really, I don't
Yeah, I got positive things to say about it.
know.
I'm not like saying it's like the bee's knees or anything. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Mm.
content, that to pass the time with. I like the concept of Acolyte. Like I like the concept that it predates the normal canon. Um,
Mm.
I like the I like the concept that we're kind of seeing Jedi do Jedi things. I know that's kind of weird to say, like because like what we've kind of always seen with Jedi is more of a war based thing, right? Not
Mm.
really the peacekeeping aspect of it. Like they talk about, like so
Yeah.
episode one, there, that was probably the most Jedi things you've actually ever seen in your life because again,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi in episode 4 was old and wasn't really a Jedi. I mean, at that point, he just like knew how to be one.
Yeah.
Um so yeah, and then you get into Clone Wars where they're now in a war or,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not really this Jedi investigative shit, it's just getting into fights with, more people cuz like yeah, I don't know, like then yeah, and then you get into the last one there and it's just all war. And they're
Mm.
and then you learn in Clone Wars that they're pretty fucking aggressive, or you learn that in Ahsoka, forget which one.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so I kind of like that aspect, like they're investigating a murder. It's like Law and Order of fucking Star Wars, right? Um, but yeah, I'm not too crazy. Like at first, I was like, oh, spoiler alerts, everybody.
Yeah.
Like the twins. So like I was like thrown off and I like it was actually blatantly obvious that they were twins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like because it just was her and then it like the assassin one and then it cuts out to the mechanic one, the one that has no clue what's going on. And she wakes up in that that ship and you're just kind of like sitting here like what's going on? This person like looks all of a sudden innocent now. And so I'm
Yeah.
like sitting here like, so are we gonna just follow this like innocent looking Jedi killer? Like,
Mm-hmm.
because like the music and all that, or whatever the sounds what were going on, were kind of like alluding that like this was a good person, and you just saw her kill a Jedi. You know.
Yeah.
So the last thing that I thought was all right about it too was so I kind of like the backdrops or like the backgrounds and you know the set and all that. So like that ship that they fly in, it like reminds me of like a fucking some like high school's like gym that hasn't been updated since like 1970. You know what I mean? Like that green and yellowish shit going on in there. You know, it's like here's what I'll say positive about that is it does make you feel like that this is something that is predating the normal canon. Because essentially there's no difference in their lifestyle realistically. Like I mean, I guess the negative thing I can say is like their costuming. That didn't really like. It was like, why did you try? Like, why didn't you just leave it as the normal Jedi shit that they wore in the future? Yeah. But I guess they wanted to make it seem like. I guess that was their idea of trying to to give that illusion of predating it, and I just thought it was a little Aldi-ish or like. You know, it's a good example. Like an Oriental Trader fucking knockoff Power Ranger fucking action figure. Like, or like one of those Oriental Trader knockoff Power Ranger masks that are just like ridiculous. Like, why didn't she just buy the fucking license to make Power Ranger masks? Because it was made in China and they just did some weird shit to anyways. That's kind of what it's like. Aldi brand fucking Jedi clothes. Yeah. So,
yeah, I could see that.
Otherwise, I thought it was interesting. I'm still gonna watch it, see what goes on. So.
Yeah, I mean, you have to watch it. I mean, it hasn't caught my attention, I guess you could say, yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it to see. But after 2 episodes, you'd think that you'd grab the attention of the audience with something. And I think a lot of it has to do is there's nobody that you really care about in this show. Like,
right.
Even the main character, it's like, I don't really care about her. Like, if she goes to jail or not, that doesn't change anything in a story. So I think the problem is you don't have a protagonist that anybody cares about. What they should have done is made Carrie Ann Moss, the Matrix chick, one of the people, and kept her going in there because she's a familiar face that people can get behind and want to hear the story of, whoa, who's this character that she's playing? Like the Korean guy, seems like a badass. But like Carrie Ann Moss would have been perfect. Like they're trying to, push a female lead and all this and that. Make her like a top Jedi person, but you had to make the Korean guy.
Look, here's what they could have done if they weren't going to go with the Matrix chick. So. They should have just left the assassin as the assassin, and it should have been the Korean guy's, just his apprentice that left and went rogue. Like, they should have left it at that instead of this stupid twin shit. Like, good and evil. But, like, okay, wow, that just popped in my head. I didn't even think about that. So, good and evil, the Force, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, I guess that's where they're going with that. But, honestly, I would have axed the whole twin idea because you got fucking Luke and Leia. So, like, what are you going to do? Just twin it up, like, all the time? Yeah. Like, fuck that.
What should we do? How about twins?
Let's twin it up. Luke and Leia. Oh, but we'll do 2 females this time. We'll check a bunch of boxes off. A black female,
Yeah.
But
That's what's
yeah,
just silly. I mean, it's so again, there's nothing to get behind. There's no person
yeah.
that you really care about.
I probably care
And you,
more about the fucking master or the Korean guy.
hmm Yeah,
He fucking
exactly.
learned
That's like,
English just for this role. He mastered English so he could do this role. Pretty
yeah.
fucking
See, that's
good.
badass.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. See, that's what I don't get.
And
Like,
he knows Hapkido. I don't know. I made that up. He
yeah,
probably does.
probably does though.
Probably does. He fucking hurt you.
Do they have to like do?
Spock pinch and you're down.
Do they have to do service in Korea like they do in European countries, where you have to go
Like
into the
Israel?
army?
You mean like
Yeah,
Israel?
like 2 years.
Or like you're like
Yeah,
literally
but I think
born?
Germany too.
Oh. No, I
think
think
there's a few
Germany
countries.
Germany still fucks around with tests. They just put you in placements. They place you.
Well, there's a lot of places where like if you don't go to college, you have to go to service.
Yeah. That's probably Germany, yeah. Like if you don't get into college, you gotta go to fucking you gotta do military service. Sweden probably. You're probably thinking of Sweden.
Austria,
Sweden,
I think.
I know Sweden. I just started thinking about it. Yeah, pretty much everybody goes. Yeah, you're right. No, when you turn 16 in Sweden, you have to go into military service too. Um, and dude, Sweden's fucking wild. I think it's Sweden. Yeah, no, it's Sweden. So Sweden's pretty interesting how it's set up. Like, so basically, it's a country that has two big mountain ranges that kind of border it, and then everything in the center is the valley where all the cities are. So it's pretty much so like strategically for like Russia, like that's pretty good, for them to because all they have to do is just swipe through the center of Sweden, and just take city by city by city. However, so during World War II, while Sweden, I believe, was neutral or whatever, they started building out their fucking. So they have enough bunkers and shit for all their entire population. So basically, if there was, for whatever reason, everybody has to evacuate to the mountains. And then they have assigned areas that they all go to. And then, yeah, there's so much food and all that. But then I believe everybody's pretty much trained militarily so they can fight back. But the idea is bug out to the mountains, let the enemy come through, and then fucking pounce on them once they cross your sight lines.
Yeah.
So basically what happens is you're coming down the center, and then they're in the fucking mountains just bombarding their towns. They're probably just going to take out their towns just to kill you,
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking genius, if you ask me.
That guerrilla tactics.
Yeah.
South Korea is military service is mandatory for all males in South Korea. Israel, Brazil, Switzerland, North Korea, Thailand.
Oh, it's Switzerland. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not Sweden. It's
Sweden is too.
Oh, well, Sweden, okay. All right.
Austria, Denmark.
So it's either
Finland.
What I just explained now is either Sweden or Switzerland. I don't know. I think it might be Switzerland now that I think about it.
It could be.
Either way, whoever does it's pretty badass. Yes. Yeah. Me.
South Korea, Austria, Israel, Sweden, Switzerland. Yeah, there's a lot of actually countries, but Finland.
So the Korean actor. Hold on, I got their names here. They have fucking names. Lee Young Jae, Master Soul. Yeah, he must have did military service, I guess. Then if he's from South Korea. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So what else? What else stuck out to you to this?
I don't know. It's nothing about it really grabbed me. like really pulled me into the story. It's so, like you said, from the beginning, it was so obvious that it was going to be a twin. You know,
Yeah.
it was either, it was going to be one of two things. Either she's got an evil twin, or when she falls asleep at night, some type of Sith takes over her body or something.
Oh, that's a good call.
That would have been fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like a Sith, like, puppeteering somebody.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Sleeper
But no,
cell
it's like,
shit.
oh, fucking twin.
Oh, here's a negative I can give on this. The whole, like, fucking come fight me, like to engage, like, the Jedi has to attack her, but she ends up going ape shit anyways and attacking first.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she doesn't attack the Jedi exact. Well, no, she attacked that fucking dude meditating. And that guy is a fucking dumb piece of shit, if you ask me.
Yeah.
That guy was, like, he could have just fucking sat there the rest of his life and she couldn't have done shit. And it would have drove her nuts. And then, like, probably Master Saul would have fucking killed her. Or, you know. But no, we're gonna fucking... I don't even remember why he just, like, snapped out of it. And then he just fucking...
She was talking to him, saying, like, oh, you know what you did, blah, blah, blah.
And then he like, drank the fucking...
For you.
Yeah, and then he drank the fucking poison and died.
Yeah.
Like, he knew...
the lamest death ever.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Fucking early Star Wars sucks. You know.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Isn't, like, Yoda supposed to be in this at one point?
I fucking hope so.
I mean...
He's gonna be, like, 700 years old.
He's fucking young, dude.
Exactly. He's gonna be in his... This is prime Yoda.
He's gonna have, like, regular hair.
You get Yoda and Yaddle. What should be there.
Oh, yeah, man. They'll be...
I mean, if they don't show Yoda, then whoever wrote this whole thing is a piece of shit.
Yeah. I just hate the whole mystery behind Yoda. I wish it just was answered. They gotta answer it.
Again, character development destroys the character.
I know.
It's Rick and Morty, man.
Wait, what was a character that got destroyed that I was just thinking of recently? No. Oh, what the fuck was I watching? And it just got terrible. I don't know. If I think about it, I'll bring it back up. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, that'd be cool if they brought Yoda back.
I mean, they have to have something. They have to put some sort of nostalgia into this, otherwise nobody's going to care.
I hope, like, there's more of Carrie-Anne Moss. Like, I don't think she's done. You know what I mean? I think they just kill her and she's
like
not part. Yeah, she's gonna be more flashbacks, and you're gonna, like, find out, like, secrets about what the fuck happened back then, and, you know, why this bitch looked like she died but didn't fucking die. You know, like, the way they explained it, I just imagine they were staring at the sister, like, burning alive or something like that.
Exactly.
They were talking,
like, we know she died. Well, obviously you don't know she died.
Yeah, we watched her burn. No. It'd be, like, similar to, like, what happened with Vader in Obi-Wan. Mm-hmm. Remember, there was, like, fire. Like, it looked like he was on fire, but it was just there was fire in between him and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was probably thinking, like, this bitch was burning alive, and he just walked away, but there was just, like, a line of fire, and the chick was on the other side. Wait, no, I'm still here. You bastards, I'm going to become an assassin and kill all you fucktards. I hope... You know what else is going to kind of piss me off here? Is this Wookiee. Like... Yeah. I think it's cool you want to make a Wookiee a Jedi, but give him fucking vocals, dude. Don't do this whole... You know, like... it's just fucked up. I don't know. Like, I guess like Star Wars is the one that kind of coined that, like just like something makes all these sounds and everybody just understands it. But like, like Guardians of the Galaxy, remember how like Groot, like all he said was I was Groot, but everybody knew what the fuck he meant and all that. I don't know, they kind of overdid it with that. So to bring this Wookiee back into it, to be a Jedi, it's like there's no value for a Wookiee to be a Jedi unless like they have like vocals, like because like some parts of being a Jedi has to be talking shit through. Like how the fuck?
Well, maybe he's not so much a Jedi as he is just a Force sensitive Wookiee.
They could be.
I mean, maybe he is a Jedi. Who knows? But yeah, like you said, it gives no value to have him be a Jedi.
It's like he's a mute Jedi, but he's not. I mean, I guess there's mute Jedis. I don't know.
I guess they could communicate through the Force.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking help us.
Like how Grogu.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
Grogu.
I mean, it's not going to add any value to the show. That's for sure. Somebody's going to have to be translating for him the whole time. Or if they put in subtitles, that's just going to be even worse.
Oh, yeah. But millennials fucking love subtitles, so they probably will. No, well, to have somebody translate is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard of. Like, constantly. You know what I mean? Like, it's just gonna sound weird. And it's probably gonna be that stupid fucking Padawan learner. She's probably just gonna be like, oh, well, he says this, that, these, and those. And then Master Soul's gonna be like, oh, okay. We move. We move out. We go against the council.
You know who that chick is? That idiot? That's the girl from Logan. Who played like the little girl with the Wolverine claws.
Rebecca Henderson?
I have no idea. That doesn't sound
well,
right.
I'm trying to see Vernesta. Yeah, you're talking about the chick that's like an alien, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think her name's Rebecca Henderson.
No. Daphne Keene.
Oh, Daphne Keene?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Rebecca Henderson's the green one. She's the lesbian lover of the director.
Jackie Lan is the character name.
I don't really like that Jord Fandar guy either.
Oh, he's the fucking
like
Bridgerton guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy from Bridgerton. He's a stupid fuck, dude. Yeah, I don't know why they put him in there. He's a terrible fucking Jedi. I think he's gonna be like a bad guy one day. I think fucking Master Soul is gonna have to put a saber into his heart.
No,
otherwise, he's
gonna
gonna
be a
turn out
bad
to be
guy. He's just gonna die. He needs to die because he sucks.
Yeah.
Like he's just in the show. He's a kiss ass.
I think he's a better bad guy. Anyways, he's just like a fucking like you said, like a snooty preppy fucking yuppie prick. I don't know.
Who's the? Did they reveal yet? I can't. I watched it once. I didn't. I have to go back and watch it again. Did they reveal who the Sith guy is?
No. They just show him from behind. And I don't know what his name is either in the show.
I don't know.
Olega Master?
Is that what he's called?
I don't know. I'm trying. Like, there's no pictures out yet. You know what I mean? Yeah, like they don't refer to anybody. Like you gotta like look at the credits to like figure out who.
Well, he looks like, I don't know. It looks like a mask with teeth on it.
I thought it looked like Kylo Ren, to be honest. But...
Kind of, but like if you look closely, it's got like a weird like mouth thing to it. It almost looks like the Knights of Ren. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hold
The
on.
Knights of Ren.
I'm gonna do a quick Google search. What do I want to type in?
Vagina.
Yeah. Who is the Sith Master in Acolyte? Well, I guess Plagueis. Oh wait, no. It didn't finish it. Fuck. Acolyte. Oh yeah, now that we got AI on Google, it does like answer questions like, yeah, sure, nowadays. For sure.
It's becoming too human. We must shut it down before.
Yeah. The Acolyte newest show expanding Star Wars television universe was initially sold as a mystery story who is killing Jedi across the galaxy, but that ended up being something of a misdirect. We find out in the first episode that the murderer is May, in a Sith in training played by a man. What? Yeah, no, it didn't answer my question there, and it didn't show me any pictures.
Oh, well, either way.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you could probably trace this back, because, right, there's only these two.
Yeah, there's only two.
Master and an apprentice. So
I think I found it, but it just, there's no picture to, like, verify it, you know? Like, I would imagine they'd have a screenshot of that last scene where he's standing on the fucking rock at the ocean side. Oh, wait. There's kind of a picture, I think. You can barely see it, though. Let me see if I can zoom in. No. Yeah, I can't really see it when I zoom in.
I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. But, yeah, it's whatever, dude. If you're a Star Wars fan, you'll respect it. Maybe not respect it, but
probably not. Right now, it's sitting at 28% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, and that's the viewers.
You know, though, it's a series, so first two episodes could be fucking complete garbage, and yeah, and maybe the third one gets fucking crazy. Maybe the fucking Wookiee does some fucked up shit. You know, starts fucking chucking bananas at people and slicing their heads off or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Maybe the dude fucking talks. Who knows?
I just wish they would sit there and, why don't they just ask what people want? What would we like to see for Star Wars? Because it has to do with making money, right? So why wouldn't you give people what they want and you'll make a lot of money? Even the stuff that the Star Wars people like.
It's the Kathleen Kennedy bullshit, dude. I don't know. It's her and...
I didn't realize that she was part of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, no, she was a big part of that, actually.
Yeah. That's upsetting.
She was in charge of the team that... She found the CGI team that made the dinosaurs look so fucking real and shit.
Well, that's what makes me mad, because
yeah,
that's the only reason that she's the position she's in, because of how popular that movie was. And then they destroyed that franchise, too.
Yeah.
Those are just... Everything after the first one is just awful.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's fucking wild. But what I can tell you, though, with Acolyte, that beginning scene where she comes and she finds the Matrix chick,
Hmm.
Um, so that is the exact scene I saw on Star Wars Day in the theater. So
Okay.
that was the scene they gave us, the sneak peek, and you basically saw it up until the point before she got to the point where she was going to kill her. So you didn't know she
Gotcha.
was going to actually kill her. I
Hmm.
thought she ran away, and so they were just going to chase her down. And I thought she reported, we have like a force sensitive assassin or something, and I thought, yeah, that would just start a fucking investigation of somebody trying to kill a Jedi, and
Yeah.
maybe you would find out that there's already been a few Jedi that were killed, and now we got a lead on it or something. But no, they kill her off. They kill her off. Them fucking tards.
Again, they've needed somebody to
I know.
carry it out. To
And
give a crap about.
you can't bring fucking Qui-Gon into the picture because he's not even fucking born yet.
No. So all you
Oh,
have from what we know is Yoda and Yaddle, probably. Well, and
yeah.
any kind of Wookiees. Wookiees live for 200 years, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm surprised there was no character development with like Chewbacca and Yoda. Like I know like they never actually crossed paths after Attack of the Clones, but like
Yeah.
I felt like Luke talked about it enough to where like like maybe Chewbacca goes, "Oh yeah, I fucking remember Yoda," in his fucking
Yeah.
screaming voice, and then like but no, they didn't do that. But it's still kind of cool too. It just like it shows like they were able to connect everything together. It's like even though Luke never met Han and Chewbacca, but like Luke meets Chewbacca, who Chewbacca at one point was helping or was fighting alongside Yoda.
Hmm.
In the Clone Wars. It's interesting, but
Yeah, but I mean, look at in the episode 1, or I should say episode 4, A New Hope, when what's it called? R2D2 and C3PO come up on Obi-Wan. He's like, I don't remember owning any droids. Like,
yeah, like yeah, that fucking pissed me off too. Like, I mean, again, like I guess Lucas didn't like have that prequel figured out yet.
yeah.
So
Well, but he was probably maybe also trying to hide still. You know,
true that.
maybe it was a trick for somebody to come find him.
Well, whatever. Acolyte, keep doing what you're doing. Maybe we'll like it. Maybe we'll hate it. I don't know. I just want Andor to come back. I want season 2 of Andor to fucking start. I'm trying to look up right now to see if there's any dates, and doesn't look like there is.
Man, I haven't heard
Probably
anything.
2025.
Wasn't that Skeleton Crew coming out too?
Oh yeah, let's look that up.
That's with what's his face?
And that's all about the Empire, though, right?
Yeah, that's during that time. Jude Law. That's good.
Wait, it's saying 2004 on IMDb.
No, 2024. It's
Sorry,
coming.
2024, dude.
Yeah, it's coming out this year.
Yeah, it came out 20 years ago, man.
Yeah.
um, I didn't really think they. When are they gonna release it?
I don't know. It's a coming of age story.
Oh, great. About four children who make a discovery on their home planet, get lost in the galaxy, and go on an adventure to get back home. So when's this supposed to take place?
I don't know. late 2024. They're saying around Christmas it's coming out.
Like they did with Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
Season 1. Or no, I think that was season 2 or something like that. God, I felt like Mandalorian came out like one after another, but it really didn't.
No, it took forever for season 3.
Yeah.
Well, that was because it was during COVID.
Right.
And then it took even longer.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
I don't know about the Skeleton Crew. I guess I need a little bit more information than 4 fucking children making a discovery on their home planet. I thought it was going to be about, like, fucking Imperial fucking pilots or some shit. I'm surprised it's live action and it's not fucking a cartoon. Like, Skeleton Crew sounds like a fucking cartoon name.
Yeah.
For sure.
That sounds like something they should have done, like, you know, what do you call it?
It's like Bad Batch.
Rebels.
The Skeleton Crew.
Rebels.
Yeah. So, you know what I have been watching though?
What's
I've been
that?
watching the fucking Battlestar Galactica, the newer one, or the one that came out in 2004, so 20 years ago. You ever watch that?
No.
No.
No. But that's got what's her face in it from
Katie
Mandalorian.
Sackhoff. Dude, like, I think Battlestar Galactica has a great storyline. Like, so, like, definitely the first one that came out in, like, the 70s and the 80s. Yeah, the 70s and the 80s. They fucked up that one. That was a garbage story. Like, they literally were ripping off Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, for the most part. Like, the clothes were similar, and, yeah, there was just a lot of bullshit, you know. And it was just lame. I don't know. It's just 70s was just a terrible time to make TV shows. but like so shoot down to 2004, right? Or up to 2004. So they get an awesome cast, I think. So like Edward James Olmos is the lead character. And then you had Katie Sackhoff, she was another lead character. Now there's this dude Jamie Bamber. He plays Edward James Olmos' son, Commander or Captain Lee Adama. He's all right. It's weird. He's like this British dude, and so he has an American accent in this. So like, something with his jaw too. He's like the guy from The Boys. He has like a weird thing going on with his fucking jaw.
He climbs on people's penises.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know who Grace Park is. She played in, I think she played in like Hawaii 5-0 or whatever it was called.
Sounds Asian.
She is, absolutely.
Yeah. Last name like Park, that's gotta be.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, I mean, there's a bunch of other people. I don't know if you know who Michael Hogan is. He's another sci-fi fucking actor and shit.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's bald Irish dude. Just a fucking hard ass. Yeah, dude, no, like, this is like, honestly, like, the way they went about it, so they took it, like, instead of making it like this, like, weird fucking druish, this weird fucking druid, like, society.
Yeah.
They made it to, like, a regular modern society, like our modern day society. And so there's like these 12 planets, and like so each planet's like this, all these developed cities and all this, and they got space travel. But at the same time, like even though they got all this like super high tech technology, like they still have like, how do I want to put it, like basic technology like we had, right? So like on the Battlestar, like it still is like set up like a Navy ship, like one of our Navy, like a U.S. Navy ship, you know?
Okay.
And, like, their guns and stuff were just, like, regular guns and all that crap. but like they had faster than light travel. It was fucking wild. But they never explained about gravity in there. They just have they have gravity wherever they went. But no, like it's a pretty dark story as it goes along, because what's interesting about it is, so like they were a pretty peaceful society, like I mean like similar to ours where they had like world wars and shit like that, but like they're in a time of peace, things are good, they haven't fucked with these Cylons in over 50 years. They signed a treaty with these AI robots and they're no longer fighting. And then one day the Cylons come back and they just destroy the 12 colonies. Pretty much kill everybody. But then you have about 50,000 people on these random ass ships that survive. And then you have this Battlestar Galactica that survived. And the reason why all of this survived is because Battlestar Galactica was about to be turned into a museum that people could go fly to in space. And it didn't have any of the updated software that the Cylons put a back door in. So all the defense networks coding for all the electronics, they all had back doors installed in them. The humans had no fucking clue that happened, and that's how they shut it all down, and they fucking wiped out humanity. So like it gets pretty dark because basically the education secretary becomes president, so there's not a whole lot of confidence there. And from there, like, they start forming the government again, and then people, they're fighting back. There's coups, and all kinds of shit like that. It's fucking dark. I don't know, man.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, you should. There was something.
Isn't what's his face on there? That huge Star Wars guy.
Yes, Crash Down. What's his fucking name? Sam
Whitward.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, because I just saw the episode where he's a fucking dickhead in Battlestar Galactica. Really? Yeah, I think it's Sam Whitward or something like that. He's the guy that does the voice for Darth Maul, right?
And a bunch of other people.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they fucking...
He's Star Killer.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, he does Maul, too, but he's Star Killer also.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, sci-fi people. Like, Lucy Lawless shows up in this. This chick, Michelle Forbes, she played in a bunch of Star Trek and stuff. And, like, a lot of these people did play in a lot of, like, Star Trek and all that and kind of made their way over to this. But, no, dude, like, what's crazy is, like, I just feel like a lot of the things that happen in Battlestar Galactica is kind of like what we're dealing with today, like political wise. Mm-hmm. Not to say I want to get political right now, but like there is just like, like with all the shit going on with like Trump and all that, like, questioning if, these felony counts, if we should be trying him, all that crap that, can be argued on both sides. Like in this, there is a guy who is a terrorist. There is a prison ship that so happened to make it, and it was with this fleet. And so they needed the labor from the prison ship, and they were like, hey, listen, times have changed. You guys are about to get parole. We need you to go to this ice planet, get a bunch of fucking ice and turn it into water, and then we'll give you your freedom, Mm-hmm. And so it creates this whole riot, but then basically this guy who's in charge of it, Tom Zarin, he was a terrorist. He blew up like a federal building in the like you don't see it in the show, but that's what they said he did, and that's what he was serving time for. So eventually he gets his freedom. He proves himself, and like all of a sudden, basically all he wanted was fair elections because the education secretary just, was basically handed the job, You know what I mean?
Probably
So
an idiot.
he wanted fair elections and all this crap. So and that's what ended up happening. So they did the elections, and well, this is where it gets similar to the Trump thing, because he's talking pretty radical and all that. People in the military like Edward James Olmos, he wants to fucking off the fucking dude or silence him or arrest him. He doesn't want him to become president because he's created this relationship with, the new president, Laura Roslin, the education secretary, and things are working, and he doesn't. So but she ends up going like, no, we can't do that. We're going to destroy democracy. And it's just kind of funny to see that, and that's how they handled it in the show. And, basically in the end, it all worked out in everybody's favor. She still won the election, and all was good. But, in our own world, it's again, I don't want to get into, politics, but it's funny that this shit's brought up, these topics on both sides, basically.
Yeah.
Some people are like, he deserves to, be tried, and other people are like, no, this is, we're fucking democracy and all this shit. So I don't know. I just think Battlestar Galactica is actually something that people should watch, and I think it's got a lot of good shit, and that you can just kind of, it's like one of those things. It's almost like you can think of it like a documentary of what your future is going to be if we don't fucking get our shit together and slow down AI and all this crap. So
what is it? Isn't it art imitates life, or life imitates art, or something?
Yeah.
That's like,
I don't know that line, but I know what you're talking about. So, but watch Battlestar Galactica. It's on Prime, I think.
I might have to watch that.
It's really a good storyline. It's I think it's been better than a lot of the Star Wars shit that we've seen over the years. And oh my god, dude, the way they get you revved up on an episode. So first off, I will say the intro music's kind of gay. It's it's these weird ghost people singing. I don't know. But then all of a sudden they'll go through it, and then they'll cut to a part where they start going through this week on Battlestar Galactica, and they'll give you a clips of what's happening in the episode. But the way they'll do it, man, they'll have this drum beat going, and then all of a sudden it'll be kind of a slow drum beat, and then they cut to a crazy drum beat, and it's just clip after clip after clip, and explosions and all this other shit, and you're just oh dude, what the fuck's gonna happen? Now I know it's gonna happen because I've watched this a million times, but when I first watched it, I was just oh dude, this is so fucking awesome. So, and there's a lot of sex too. There's a lot of sex.
Actually. Oh, nice.
Oh wait, I don't think you see. You might see Katie Sackhoff's titties. I forget. No, this was on Sci-Fi. No, you don't see titties. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Maybe an ass.
This originally was on the Sci-Fi channel.
Yeah, you might see a butt, but not.
I think you see some butts. Yeah, you see some butts. But they
PD butts.
Yeah, but they like to have a lot of sex. They like to drink a lot of booze. And then they say frack.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool. Separated from our world. But what's funny is they tie in Earth as this long lost colony that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
But
yeah, check that out.
Yeah, and I'll sum it up with this too. It gets into the Greek gods and all that. That's their gods. That's their everyday religion. Yeah, and and they always say thank the gods, and all that shit. It's
that's weird.
It's an interesting concept.
Better.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. And dude, what's crazy is they're gonna make another series, and this one's supposed to be even wild. They're not gonna continue off this one. They're gonna make something new. So we'll see what they do with it. They made some spin-off shows that were kind of one of them was pretty cool, but the other ones were pretty fucking lame. They tried going like a woke aspect of it and making their protagonist a chick, and they tried to tie it in with like the creation of the Cylons. So this was something that predated everything. So I don't know. It was kind of fucking stupid. It didn't last. It was called Caprica. But then they made Blood and Chrome, and that was about Edward James Olmos's fucking character, dude. And that was when he was in his prime, fighting the Cylons 50 years earlier. Fucking wild. It was a good show. I think that was a movie, actually. So
I'll check it out.
Yeah. I guess that's all the time we have here for today, everybody. You got anything else to add, Jared?
No. I'm good.
Okay. All right, well, you motherfuckers, thank you again. We love you, and we'll see you for episode 78. Take it easy. Signing off.
Peace.
Tell It Right Podcast.